Okay, so I've been working on this all morning. I've had this for, I don't know, maybe years in my to-do pile, and I've got a couple inquiries about buying it as is. I mean, I've got work stacked to the ceiling and just trying to get everything done, but there's just not enough hours in a day. So here we have one of the most popular saxophones ever made. I mean, you see these guys laying out on the stage playing upside down with them and everything. Anyhow, the famous CONN 10M tenor. So the one everybody wants, this is the pre-war model. I think it's 1936 or so. Serial number is 265504. So you can verify that, but I think it's late 30s. Definitely pre-war. Rolled tone holes, which is the big thing. I mean, there's almost a 40% difference in price between a straight tone hold one and a rolled tone hole one, which everybody seems to prefer. So I'm not sure when the last time this one played, but the pads were just absolutely crusty. Some of them were just obliterated. So replaced the bottom pads and a couple in between that weren't sealing. But it's just amazing how the sax plays with the pads in the condition they're in. Again, there's probably maybe some of the original pads. No resonators. The one I put in, the only pad I could find thin enough is a Yamaha style resonator pad that fits actually pretty nice on it. And it's probably what I'd replace them all with to give it a little more boost than just a straight pad with no resonator at all. So here it is, the famous Lady on the Bell. You can see her there. And it had a couple dings, and they came out pretty good. There was a couple dings on the back side here, as usual. I can feel there's a little bit, you can see there's a little bit of a ridge here on the neck, where it's had a little bit of a pull down, but not too bad. But it's got a nice massive brace on here. So anyhow, lacquer's really nice. Original lacquers, probably, probably I'd say about 90%. Just a little wear at the thumb there, and a little wear at the thumb rest. But the original of it's real nice original lacquer. You can see the engraving's nice and crispy on it. So, and you can see some of the pads are pretty toasty, but, and again, amazing. I just kept on replacing pads until it played. And now, right down to there, to that low B flat. I mean, if this thing was all repadded, it would probably just absolutely sing. A friend of mine just picked one up. A friend of ours passed away, and he inherited it. And he just basically put his Mark 6 down. He plays just the 10M now. He just loves the sound. It is amazing. It plays right down to that low B flat. So anyhow, not too bad. Everything seems to be working. Everything's opening and shutting. You got to be really careful with the torch on these. I mean, if you hit it just 2 seconds too long, a lot of them are shellacked in. You got to use a ton of heat. And not too bad. I've seen them where every pad cup is burnt off of it. So the neck fits real nice. Just trying to think what else. It just needs some loving. I mean, if this thing was overhauled again, it'd just be a real singer, and it plays pretty good just as is. Almost get the subtone down to the low B flat. So we're going to play a little thing. It's the Christmas season, so we're going to do a little thing here, and I can get on to other business. So anyhow, there it is. CONN 10M, one of the most famous saxophones ever made in the US of A. Again, pretty darn straight. I mean, just a huge, huge guard down there. See, the guard goes all the way up here, all the way down and around. And the guard is actually really clean. There was one little dent right beside it, which came out. And again, you can see a little sign with a little bit of here and a little bit of there, but not too bad. And what's really is amazing, everybody corks off this this auxiliary little E-flat little guy over here that's never stays in adjustment. And actually, it's still functional and still working. There's some crazy fingering you can use utilizing that pad, but I don't know, I have no idea what it is. A little squeeze on the B flat, but not too bad. Anyhow, that's all I can do. I got a million other things going on. But anyhow, CONN 10M, rolled tone hole, pre-war, and you know, usually the bells are smashed and everything. It's fairly straight for, it's almost up to the century mark these days. Pretty close. Anyhow, that's it.